Disneyland Forward is not what you might expect. While Disney wants you to believe it's some big, grand, exciting plan to expand the Disneyland Resort with new theme parks, hotels, and leisure options, the truth is, it's a whole lot more boring than that. It would be easy to sit here, pull apart the concept art and go, yep, Frozen Land, Wakanda and more are all coming to the Disneyland Resort. But despite what Disney and online media may have you believe, that's not what the project is about at all. Not long after Disneyland first opened in 1955 on 160 acres of land in Anaheim, California, it became clear that both Disney and the city of Anaheim would need to work together for the benefit of both the local residents and the mouse. In the 1990s, in the lead up to the biggest ever expansion for Disneyland, Disney and the city of Anaheim began a partnership to coordinate the growth of the company in the area, and together they created the Anaheim Resort area around Disneyland. This new district set in stone new zoning rules that dictated the scope of new developments in the area for both Disney and other companies. These rules controlled the nature of the scope of developments, giving strict controls on heights, standards, and more. This new zoning and partnership saw the creation of the Downtown Disney District, the Grand Californian Hotel and Spa, as well as Disney's California Adventure, all constructed on what was previously designated as theme park parking. In 2016, Disney announced their most significant planned evolution of the Disneyland Resort since the welcoming of Disney's California Adventure. They announced that the Pumbaa surface lot to the east of the resort would soon welcome a large 6,800 space parking structure, with a new pedestrian bypass connecting this structure to the rest of the resort, leading to guests no longer having to walk across South Harbor Boulevard. This new structure would also have seen the bus hub move to this location as well, opening up expansion opportunities for Disney California Adventure, with Avengers Campus originally meant to go in this location. However, these plans were not favored by the businesses and hotels along South Harbor Boulevard. Disney has agreements with them to allow access to the resort from that street. But these new plans would have sent guests walking backwards to the parking structure to go through security and then be able to cross the pedestrian bridge above the road, making these hotels a lot less desirable compared to their existing ease of access to the resort being to simply cross the street. Around a year after submitting the plans, Disneyland quietly cancelled the Eastern Gateway project. And with the rapidly approaching Star Wars Galaxy's Edge expected to bring record numbers of guests to the resort, the Pixar Pals parking structure was built atop the old Pinocchio surface lot, right next to the Mickey and Friends structure that was first opened back in 2000. This whole process of lodging an application for it to be pushed back against via the city and local businesses left a sour taste in the mouse's mouth. So they started work on a new project that would prevent that from happening again. The pandemic gave Disney a chance to rethink their plans for future expansions to the resort, and the one thing that was holding them back in their eyes was the zoning restrictions currently in place. Currently, the Disneyland Resort is split into districts. They have specific spaces for retail, specific spaces for hotels, specific spaces for parking, and so on. Disneyland Forward is looking to change all of that. Disney is proposing that all of their land should intermingle in dynamic ways based on the current demands and needs of the time. The Disneyland Forward project is a proposed rethinking of what the Disneyland Resort will look like moving into the future, and how it can utilize its existing owned space around the city to provide more options for guests. And of course, more money for Disney. This project encompasses the entire resort blocks, as well as several parking locations on the east side of South Harbor Boulevard, including the Toy Story lot and the space originally earmarked for the Eastern Gateway parking structure. Disney believes things will be different from that failed project though, as they predict Anaheim likely lost $100 million in revenue during Disneyland's extended pandemic closure. Disney isn't asking for public funding or tax breaks and insists that it will foot the bill for the entire project itself, while committing to creating thousands of new jobs, prioritizing unionized labor, diverse hiring practices and environmentally responsible techniques. In its simplest form, Disneyland Forward is a proposal to rezone the entire 490-acre Disneyland Resort as mixed use, allowing Disney greater flexibility in the placement of future hotels, restaurants, parking structures, and theme park attractions. With Disney threatening the city that the current district approach does not allow for the diverse, integrated experiences that theme park visitors now seek, severely limiting Disney's ability to continue investing in Anaheim. Disneyland's new multi-use approach would integrate things into single spaces, leading to a multitude of new expansion possibilities. Disney is currently holding local events around Anaheim detailing their plans for the Disneyland Forward project, with the city of Anaheim set to vote on the proposal sometime next year. So now, let's pretend for a second all of this gets approved, and the concept art we've been shown is somewhat accurate to what will actually happen. What could be the outcome of this project? The easiest project for Disney, firstly, would be their proposal to redevelop the existing Toy Story parking lot into a mixed-use shopping and entertainment area similar to Disney Springs. The proposal for this area included a West Coast version of Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar and would be located directly across from the Anaheim Convention Center, with the project designed to grab that market, and would be another option for shoppers and diners rather than downtown Disney or Garden Walk. It was long rumored that this plot of land would eventually be home to Disneyland's third theme park, but the Disneyland Forward project proposes a more intriguing option for future theme park expansions. The area west of the current theme parks and downtown Disney district is listed as a possible theme park expansion, with one concept art seeing both Disneyland and Disney California Adventure seeing new expansions in this location, with new offerings wrapping around the already existing Pixar Place and Disneyland hotels. There has also been talk of this space becoming the location for a third theme park at the resort. But of course, none of this is set in stone. While we could easily pick apart the concept art and say what we can see, we doubt that anything close to this exact plan will ever come to fruition. Disney themselves have stated that this land could be used to bring similar offerings to what has been built around the world lately, including Fantasy Springs from Tokyo Disney Sea, Zootopia from Shanghai Disney, or Tron and Toy Story Land from Walt Disney World. This project would also allow further expansion of downtown Disney past its current refurbishment, and would revive the Eastern Gateway parking structure to replace the lost capacity in the Toy Story lot. But the new plans will likely not include the contentious pedestrian overpass. Disney says it has provided more than $8 billion in positive economic impact and supports almost 80,000 jobs in the Southern California area, with just the hotel benefits from this project set to generate more than $240 million for the city of Anaheim in hotel occupancy tax. Disney recently lost control of the Reedy Creek Improvement District in Florida, which allowed them to do a lot of what Disney is asking permission to do in Anaheim, use their land as they see fit. While on the surface level, this project sounds exciting for us theme park fans. At its core, it's just a city ordinance changing project with some fancy graphics and an exciting sounding name. Ultimately, if this plan gets approved, it creates a really interesting future for the Disneyland Resort, and one we're interested to watch the development of. But over to you. Do you think Disneyland should get this proposal approved, or are they just trying to distract their true intentions of this project? Let us know in the comments section down below. For ReviewTyme, I'm Luke. Thanks for watching.